a Jon Moxley fan. You know what happens?
Whoa, my God.
You get a fireball in your face. Because I'm a wizard.
Oh, come on, man. He's just trying to do his job. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about AEW Dynamite for May the 25th, 2022. So yeah, this is the go home show before Double or Nothing this Sunday. And overall, man, this is a really fun show. Really fun show. It was stacked too. And this show is much better than last week's show. I'll tell you that much, man. It was much better than last week's show. We had two Owen Hart semifinal matches with the women and with the men. Enjoyed the Joe and O'Reilly match with the Owen Hart Foundation semifinals match. I thought it was a really great match, a hard-hitting match. And also the steel cage match with Shawn Spears and Wardlow with MJF as the special guest referee. I thought that match was very entertaining, man. Very entertaining. And also, we had a tag team championship match with the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships with FTR and Roppongi Vice. That was a really good match. But yeah, the match ended off with a double DQ with the United Empire from New Japan Pro Wrestling invading AEW. So we had like an invasion tonight. Much more happened on this show. But overall, man, they did a really great job tonight at setting us up for Double or Nothing this coming Sunday. And yeah, man. And that was it, man. That was pretty much it with AEW Dynamite. And yeah, man, so this is the AEW Dynamite review for May 25th, 2022 on The Ryan Awesome Show. And I say this all the time, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because I'm here each and every single week, man. So tonight we're live in Las Vegas, Nevada. So this is the 3-year anniversary of AEW in Las Vegas. And so yeah, so our first match of the night was a steel cage match. And it was Shawn Spears versus Wardlow with MJF as the special guest referee. And MJF, his outfit, man, his outfit was really funny. He had like a tank top shirt or the plaid made shirt with the short tights. So I'm guessing he was paying homage to Shawn Michaels because at one point Shawn Michaels, he had like short tights when he was a special guest referee in the match. And so yeah, bro. So MJF, he did not uncuff Wardlow. He did not uncuff Wardlow. And so Spears, he attacked Wardlow, and then MJF, he had joined in on the attack. There was also another stipulation in this match. Wardlow could not touch MJF. If Wardlow put his hands on MJF, then the match is off. But MJF touched Wardlow. Wardlow, he eventually broke out of the cuffs. He broke out of the cuffs, and he took out Spears. And then Wardlow tried to hit Wardlow, he hit the Swanton bomb to Spears. He overshot it, though. But MJF, he does not go for the 1-2-3. So MJF, the entire time, he kept, provoking Wardlow to hit him and all that stuff. And so, yeah, at one point, Wardlow, he tried to go for the Powerbomb Symphony. But MJF from behind, he had low blowed Wardlow. And then Spears had hit his finishing move, the C4 to Wardlow. And then MJF tried to go for the fast count, the fast 1-2-3, but Wardlow still kicked out. And then Spears, he went out of the ring, he grabbed a chair, went back into the ring. He tried to hit Wardlow with the chair, but Wardlow had moved out of the way. And Spears ended up hitting MJF over the head with the chair, which had to hurt, man. And so to end the match, Wardlow, he had hit his finishing move, the Powerbomb Symphony to Spears 4 times to win the match. And so, yeah, so another referee, of course, came out, and the crowd had popped for that. And, yeah, for the 1-2-3. So, therefore, Wardlow wins the match. And so, right after the match, we had the security team. They tried to handcuff Wardlow, but Wardlow, he took all of them out one by one. He had powerbomb one guy on the side of the cage, and he went between the cage and the ring. And so, yeah, the cage was set up like it was close to the ring. And this guy went through the hole that was in between the cage and the ring. This crowd, man, this crowd was electrified for this match, man. They really were. They were electrified. This is a great way to start off a show with a cage match, dude. I love the fact that they didn't touch each other the entire time. MJF got an upper hand on Wardlow, but Wardlow never got his hands on MJF. You know, this time at Double or Nothing, he's going to get his hands on MJF, and it's going to mean a lot. And so right after that, we had the Jericho Appreciation Society. They are backstage. Chris Jericho, Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, Daniel Garcia. Jake Hager wasn't there, but he did show up later on tonight. But yeah, they were backstage, and they came across a person that was working in the backstage. He was wearing a John Moxley t-shirt. And then Jericho, he just threw a fireball. He had threw a fireball in this guy's face, man.
Blackpool Combat Club, Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz. This Sunday at Anarchy in the Arena, Jericho Appreciation Society is going to show you how violent sports entertainment can really be. Hey, hold on. Look at this bozo. Oh, is this a John Moxley t-shirt?
Go ahead and take a peek at this real quick.
Good quality, huh? What is this, polyester?
That's a nice quality item.
Oh.
How do you like that?
Want a taste of this?
You know what happens when you're a John Moxley fan? You know what happens?
Whoa, my God.
You get a fireball in your face. Because I'm a wizard.
Oh, come on, man. He's just trying to do his job. Oh, man. Yep, because he's a wizard. He's a wizard. But yeah, that was pretty much it with that. And so right after that, we had CM Punk and Hangman Adam Page face to face. So Hangman Adam Page is the AEW World Champion, and they have a match at Double or Nothing in the main event. So they had a face to face tonight.
And I plan on walking into Sunday Double or Nothing the challenger, and very respectfully walking out the champion.
There is nothing that you can do to me to take this championship away from me. I said I was going to annihilate you, to embarrass you. And I did not mean at Double or Nothing. I meant right now.
Uh-oh.
See, I've been waiting for this moment, not for weeks, but for months. I imagined myself maybe sitting up at the top of that ramp, cross-legged. And I would pull out a lighter, and I would light a pipe bomb and roll it right down to your feet and watch it blow up in your face.
Ooh.
How cathartic it would feel, how good it would feel, and how full circle for you, huh? Right here in Vegas. You talk a big game about workers' rights, yeah? Well, you've shown the exact opposite since you've gotten here. I love this place. I care about this place. This is my home. And this Sunday at Double or Nothing, I will not be defending this championship against you. No, for the first time in my life, I will be defending all elite wrestling from you.
Page is taking everything too personal. He was taking everything too personal. And so Punk was like, I'm not, you taking it personal, and I'm not trying to take it personal. And, Punk, he had said that he respected Page, but those roads that he traveled to get here, they were paved by him, CM Punk. He said the lumber that built this place, AEW, were from the trees that Punk had chopped down. Punk had said the world that he lives in is because of him. And so, yeah, so that's when CM Punk asked Page to shake his hand. And Page was like, I'm not about to shake your damn hand. And so, yeah, and so that's when Punk had pushed Page. And Page just punched Punk in his face. And that was it with that. Oh.
It's bound to happen. A little bit of volatility.
I don't know, man. What a Punk. Dude, I have a feeling that Punk is going to win. I have a feeling, I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling that Punk is going to win. And I think he's going to cheat to win. I think Punk is going to turn heel and beat Page for the championship. I would go based off of the crowd reaction. The crowd reaction that Punk been getting lately. But yeah, with the boos and all that stuff. Not overwhelming boos, but like boos. Dude, I would love to see a heel Punk, dude. And I said this last week. Not last week, but the week before that. When they were in Long Island. That Punk, it looked like Punk was enjoying being a heel. So why not turn him into a heel? So right after that, we had a vignette from Jade Cargill who is the TBS champion, and Anna Jay. So they have a match at Double or Nothing for the TBS championship.
They're not done here, guys. Statlander is in grave danger here. Wait a second.
Anna Jay! Oh, she just beat up Sterling. She took his crush.
And Anna Jay evening the odds here tonight.
Anna who? Are we talking about the girl I already beat?
I don't get all the extra BS, the lights, the TV time, the lawyer, the baddie section.
I beat that ass. And now she thinks that she deserves another chance at a match with me and this belt?
After my loss to you, Jade, I went out and I learned from some of the best women on this roster. Ruby, Sheeta, Chris Statlander, and now I'm ready to be the best. I am ready to be the TBS champion.
Double or Nothing. You bet your ass you better bet on Jade, because I am nothing but money.
What has Anna Jade done to get a championship match? I don't know. But just like Jade Cargill, just like what she said, she already beat her. So I don't know why she's getting another title shot. So right after that, we had Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston versus Private Party of the AFO. So that's Isiah, Kassidy, and Marq Quen with William Regal and Chris Jericho with the Jericho Appreciation Society on commentary. And so, yeah, so first off, man, we had the JAS that came out. They were singing Judas, and so Jericho said, "Cut the music," and he said that Vegas, you don't deserve to sing this song. And so yeah, so tonight there's no singing from you. So yeah, that was funny. And so yeah, so the match, we had a diving stunner followed up by a shooting star press from Private Party to Jon Moxley, and then Moxley got kicked out. And then we had a stretch muffler submission move to Quen from Kingston. And so to end the match, we had a paradigm shift to Kassidy from Moxley to win the match. So therefore, Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston wins the match. And so right after the match, we had the Jericho Appreciation Society. They attacked Moxley and Kingston. And then we had Santana and Ortiz and Bryan Danielson that came out, and they went right after the JAS. And so we had the officials that came out. They tried to break up the fight. And then the Jericho Appreciation Society, they went right after Bryan's bad leg. You know, the bad leg that he had injured on AEW Rampage this past Friday. The match felt like it really wasn't important. It was just everything that happened on commentary and everything that happened after the match. That was more important in the match. But it was a good match. It was a good match overall. So right after that, we had the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, a vignette from the Owen Hart Foundation tournament.
Watching all of the competition, I feel like Owen would have been so proud.
Months ago, I thought I was out of wrestling for good. Now I am this close to the Owen Hart tournament final.
And Tony Storm advances.
I will defeat Tony Storm and go on to win the Owen Hart tournament at Double or Nothing and prove once again I am the best.
Samoa Joe
Colorado.
at Double or Nothing in Sin City. It's gonna be an undisputed elite final.
I'm often asked, how do you beat someone like Kyle O'Reilly? A submission aficionado, a striking prodigy. Well, like all fancy things, you place them on the anvil and you break them. And after I'm finished with
Let him
you,
go,
it's your time, Adam Cole. I'm coming for you.
baby. Yeah. And so right after that, we had the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship match. And it was Roppongi Vice. So that's Trent, Baretta, and Rocky Romero versus FTR, who are the AAA Tag Team Champions and Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. So that's Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. And so we had Caprice Coleman on commentary. And he is from Ring of Honor. And I believe he does wrestle for Ring of Honor. And so, yeah, man. So Dax, he had taped up ribs from his match. It was right after his match that he had with Adam Cole. And so Roppongi Vice went right after the ribs, so a smart move. And so, yeah, we had a hot tag to Dax. He had took out the Roppongi Vice with jabs. And then Dax and Trent, they were trading German suplexes. Roppongi Vice tried to go for their tag team finishing move, the Strong Zero. And they hit the Strong Zero to Dax. And then Cash, he barely broke up the pin to end the match. We had Jeff Cobb and Great O'Khan from New Japan Pro Wrestling. So they're known as the United Empire. So they came out and they took out FTR and Roppongi Vice. And so the match was called off and it was a double DQ. So nobody wins. And so yeah, man, but still Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions FTR. So yeah, so the United Empire, they took out FTR and Roppongi Vice. They put Dax through a table and then they put Trent through a table. Great O'Connor had put Trent through a table with an iron claw. And so that was it with that, man. So yeah, at first I was like, man, who are these guys? And I was like, oh yeah, that's Jeff Cobb. That was Jeff Cobb, but I didn't know who the other guy was. But yeah, the last time we saw Jeff Cobb was, I want to say right before the pandemic, when the Inner Circle was still a thing. He was the Inner Circle's hitman to take out Jon Moxley. So that was the last time we saw Jeff Cobb. Invasion, bro. Invasion. We need to see more of it, man. We need to see more invasions, dude. That's why I said we should have saw some of it from Impact Wrestling. And so right after that, we had the Hardys, Matt and Jeff Hardy. They were backstage and they spoke about the Young Bucks. So they're facing the Young Bucks at Double or Nothing this Sunday.
Young Bucks, our stories begin with a lot of similarities. You see, all four of us, we were raised by wholesome, religious parents. We all had humble beginnings, humble upbringings. We were all good kids. We didn't smoke, we didn't drink, we didn't do drugs. Hell, we didn't even curse. And we all had dreams of making it as superstar professional wrestlers. But Bucks, that's where the similarities end. My brother and I, we broke into the business in the early 90s, and it was a different industry and a majorly different culture. The brutal, tough roads that we had to walk to succeed in this business, you could have never, ever survived, because you two don't have the fortitude, you don't have the grit, you don't have the resilience that we have. And not only did we survive, we became a revolutionary tag team out of it. You know, sure, you guys are talented, you guys are elite, but let's be honest, let's call this fact out. When we look at you and when wrestling fans look at you, Young Bucks, they see hardy cosplayers. And the reason we're here at AEW is to cement our legacy as the legit GOATs of tag team wrestling.
Yeah, man, that was great. That was good.
Yeah,
We're not in our prime. We're in our over prime. And it's like overtime. The pressure is on for us to win. AEW is my clean slate, man. It's a new beginning, approaching its end eventually. But as of now, this final run is going to be our best run. So
Yes,
Young Bucks
damn
at
right.
Double or Nothing, you're nothing more than two little stepping stones in our way on our journey to becoming the AEW World Tag Team Champions, to complete our collection of legendary tag team status.
Hell yeah, and Bucks, you say you're in your prime? That you're better than us? You will never be better than us. You have never been better than us. Hell, we've been better than you at every stage. We're better than you as babies, as teenagers, at our peak, in our prime, and we're better than you right here and now as we are middle-aged and extreme. Young Bucks, you may be the elite, but we are the...
Delete.
And we will delete you this Sunday at Double or Nothing. And you know, Young Bucks, there's a saying. It says, never meet your heroes. They'll probably disappoint you. But in your case, Young Bucks, you're going to be disappointed because you can never beat your heroes.
Oh-wee. Great stuff, man. I cannot wait for that match, dude. Definitely a dream match, dude. Definitely a dream match. So right after that, we had a triple threat match, or a three-way, whatever you want to call it. It was Ricky Starks, who is the FTW World Champion, versus Swerve Strickland, versus Jungle Boy, who is one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions. So yeah, so everybody, they were trading pinfalls. At one point, Jungle Boy, he had hit a hurricanrana to Swerve from the ring apron onto the floor, so that had to hurt, man. And so yeah, this is probably one of the best spots in the match, dude. Yeah, Jungle Boy, he went for a top rana to Swerve, and he hit the top rana on Swerve, but Swerve, he landed right on his feet after that. I was like, what? How? And so yeah, so Jungle Boy couldn't believe it. Nobody could believe it. So Swerve, he had Jungle Boy up in a suplex position. So Starks had gave Swerve a spear while Swerve was holding up Jungle Boy in a suplex position. So that was really nice. So Ricky Starks, he had his finishing move, the Rochambeau, to Swerve. And then Jungle Boy, he had locked in a snare trap submission hold to Starks. Starks had got the rope, and then Jungle Boy had dragged Starks into the middle of the ring, and he locked it in again. And so Swerve, he had broke up the submission hold. And so to end the match, we had Swerve, he had his finishing move, the Swerve Stomp, to Starks to win the match. So therefore, Swerve Strickland wins the match. And so right after the match, we had Powerhouse Hobbs. He had came out to the ring, and he took out Swerve and Jungle Boy. And then Luchasaurus had came out, and he tried to take out Hobbs. And then Keith Lee's music had hit, and he came out. Keith Lee has some great music, man. So Hobbs, Lee, and Luchasaurus, the bigger guys, they fought each other. And so Lee, he dove over the top rope and he landed on Luchasaurus and Hobbs. And I was like, man, oh man, oh man. How does he do it, man? For a guy his size, how does he do it? But yeah, that was it, man. This is very enjoyable, man. And yeah, triple threat tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships should be really great. It's not a ladder match, it's just gonna be a regular 3-way. And so right after that, we had Dan Lambert, Scorpio Sky, who is the TNT champion, and Ethan Page. So they were backstage and they spoke.
Sammy, Ty, and Frankie must have a combined IQ of room temperature with the air conditioning on if they thought for 1 second that busting up Scorpio's TNT title belt was going to get them the match that they wanted. Will somebody please tell these idiots about this new invention we have called the internet and show them how to look up American Top Team? Because maybe then they would understand that winning every championship there is in combat sports means I probably have every belt maker in the world on speed dial. That's right. I ordered your new championship belt before America's favorite couple could even tweet out a picture of themselves in the middle of some disgusting act wearing the old one. So Scorpio Sky, Friday night's going to be a special night for you, my friend, because your brand new, custom-made TNT championship belt, handcrafted in your image, will be presented to you on Rampage, and you're going to love it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What will this TNT championship look like, man? We got to find out and see on Rampage. I think it's gonna look better than the previous TNT championship designs. And so right after that, we had Tony Schiavone. He interviews Thunder Rosa, who is the AEW Women's World Champion.
I want you to see my face. Actually, I want everybody to see this face. This is the real me, Mel. This is the face of someone who has worked and earned everything she has. That is grateful for being the AEW Women's Champion. That has never complained, because that's what champions do. And Serena, mi reina, you are not a champion. You complain. You're a little petty. Let's say a little petty about this. You point fingers at people and at companies. I mean, you blame your past and your questionable cosmetic changes. Maybe you should look at yourself in the mirror and blame yourself. Serena, this face used to look up to you. Not anymore. And on Sunday, you're not gonna see this face. On Sunday, the war pain comes on. On Sunday, the worried inside male will take over. On Sunday, la mera mera will teach you a lesson of respect for disrespecting Tony, my mentor Dustin, all of you guys, and especially me, the AEW Women's Champion, Thunder Rosa.
And then right after that, man, her music had played. It looked like she was about to say something else, but her music had played. And yeah, she ended up saying that it was going to be the end of Serena Deeb. And so right after that, we had Tony Schiavone. He interviews Red Velvet.
Back on Dynamite 1 week ago, a tremendous matchup in the Owen quarterfinals women's division. Chris Statlander advances with a win over her longtime friend, Red Velvet. I know you're upset about that.
Yeah, no shit, Tony.
Oh, wow.
Move on to the next round. I was supposed to go against Ruby Soho.
Well, yeah. Whoa, wait a second.
Just happened to be walking by and heard
Ruby Soho.
You got something to say to me, Red? Actually, I do. If you need anything and everything to beat Chris Stat, got it all right here.
Wow.
Oh.
You know, her knee's messed up, and yeah, I heard she has a bad shoulder, too, so.
What about that?
Look, Tony, I'm woman enough to admit that in this TBS tournament, when I faced Chris last, I won by the skin of my teeth. But I know on Friday, I'm not stepping into the ring with the same Chris Statlander.
Right.
So I don't need that, but maybe I'll keep some of that stuff in mind.
All right. It's going to be a great matchup on Friday as we go back to the ring.
That was it with that. I would use it. I would use the book. If you barely beat her, man, you better use that book, man. So right after that, we had the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament semifinal match. It was with the women. So yeah, it was Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Toni Storm. So both of these ladies, they were trying to out wrestle each other in the beginning. And then we had a flatline of the Storm on the steel steps. And then Toni Storm, she had a DDT, tornado DDT, to Baker, followed by a wicked hip attack to Baker. Storm tried to go for a finishing move, the Storm Zero. But Baker, she had reversed it and hit the Airy crash to Storm. And then Storm had kicked out. And so Jamie Hayter had came out. At one point, Baker, she was asking, like, why are you here? Like, what are you doing out here? And so that distracted Baker. And so Storm had rolled up Baker. Baker kicked out. And then Baker hit the twisted neck breaker to Storm. Kicks out. And so Storm, she had knocked Jamie Hayter off of the ring apron. To end the match, we had a cover. A jackknife cover, I think it was, to Storm. And then Baker and Hayter, they had held each other's hands on the ring rope to win the match. So therefore, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, wins the match and will go on to the finals to face either Chris Statlander or Ruby Soho. And so, yeah, so that was pretty much it. The match was good. It was good, but it looked like there was a little bit of miscommunication in the match, like early on, like when they were fighting outside the ring. Baker, I think she had slammed Toni Storm head on the ring apron. She tried to throw her in the ring, but Toni Storm, she just, hit her head on the ring apron. But yeah, other than that, the match was good. So before we get into the main event, let's talk about Rampage. Yeah, the Young Bucks, they will be in action on AEW Rampage at a special start time. What's the special start time? I don't know. Probably 6 o'clock. Then we have Matt Sydal versus Bryan Danielson. And then on Sunday at Double or Nothing for the buy-in, we have Hookhausen. So that's Hook and Danhausen versus Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling in a tag team match. AEW World Championship match. It's going to be Hangman Adam Page, who is the AEW World Champion, versus CM Punk in the main event of Double or Nothing. And then we have the AEW Women's World Championship match between Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb. Thunder Rosa is the AEW Women's World Champion. And then we have a triple threat AEW World Tag Team Championship match. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland versus the Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, who are the tag team champions of AEW. And Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks, who is the FTW World Champion. And then we have a TBS Women's Championship match. Jade Cargill, TBS Women's Champion, versus Anna Jay. And then we have a tag team match, The Elite versus The Delete. So that's the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, versus the Hardys, Matt and Jeff Hardy. And then we have a trios match, the Death Triangle. So that's Pac, Ray Phoenix, and Penta Oscuro versus the House of Black. So that's Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews. And then we have the Anarchy in the Arena. So that's the 5-way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. John Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Santana and Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston versus the Jericho Appreciation Society. So that's Chris Jericho, the Wizard, Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Daniel Garcia, Angelo Parker, and Matt Menard. Finally, we have MJF versus Wardlow. And then also we have Dr. Britt Baker versus the winner of Chris Statlander versus Ruby Soho on Rampage. So whoever wins between Chris Statlander and Ruby Soho, they're going up against Dr. Britt Baker at the Owen Hart at Double or Nothing in the finals for the Owen Hart Cup. And then we have Adam Cole versus the winner of the Samoa Joe and Kyle O'Reilly match, which was Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe won the match. So it's going to be Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe at Double or Nothing. And so, yep. So that was pretty much it with that. And so now the main event. The main event was the semifinals of the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament. And it was Kyle O'Reilly versus Samoa Joe, who is the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. Both of these guys, they were going back and forth with strikes. And then at one point, Joe, he had a jumping elbow drop to O'Reilly. I was like, wow. The height that he got off of that dude, that was really nice. And then O'Reilly, he went right after Joe's bad arm, his taped up arm. And so Joe, he started to fight back. Man, Joe freaking took Kyle O'Reilly's head off with that lariat, dude. Took his head off. And then Joe, he started to slap O'Reilly over and over again. And then Joe went for the muscle buster, but O'Reilly had blocked it, and he had locked in the arm bar. And then Joe, he had grabbed the rope. And so once again, these guys were going back and forth with strikes. Joe had, Kyle O'Reilly, he did the O'Connor roll to Joe. Joe kicked out, and he locked in the Coquina clutch to O'Reilly to win the match. So O'Reilly passes out, so therefore Samoa Joe wins the match. And we'll go on to the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament at Double or Nothing to face Adam Cole. Just like what I said before, a very hard-hitting match. Joe versus Adam Cole, this should be a good one, man. Joe and Cole have some unfinished business, dude. They have some unfinished business. If you guys remember, when Joe was in NXT, his final run in NXT, Joe, he had choked out Adam Cole. He had choked out Adam Cole backstage, and Adam Cole never gotten his revenge. Never gotten his revenge. So yeah, so this should be a good one, man. So right after that, Adam Cole, his awesome theme music played, and he showed up on the stage and he stared at Joe. And so that was pretty much it with that. And that was it with the main event, and that was it with the show. Overall, very fun show. Very fun show. Great main event match. Great opening match with the steel cage match. They did a really great job. Really great job at setting us up for a Double or Nothing this coming Sunday. And I cannot wait, man. Cannot wait to watch it. Cannot wait for it. But yeah, bro, that was it with AEW Dynamite for May the 25th, 2022 on The Ryan Awesome Show. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, or if you're new to The Ryan Awesome Show, if you're watching my channel for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you'll be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded, because I'm here each and every single week. I'm going to come out with a prediction video with Double or Nothing. That's going to be out either on Friday or Saturday. And yep, and then on Sunday we have Double or Nothing. So see you guys on either Friday or Saturday. And then we have Sunday. So I'll see you guys on Sunday too. And once again, guys, thank you for the love and the support for the show. Thank you, and thank you, man. If you missed last week's review of AEW Dynamite, the video is going to be right up here in this corner. And the link to that video will be down below in the description. So make sure you click it if you missed it. And this has been The Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.